Welcome back to A Glimpse at His Story, an investigative look into ancient history in God's Word. Today we're going to be in Session 7, Evidence number 5, and we're going to be looking at There's Only One Way. Before we get started, let's go over our memory verse. Hebrews 11:10, For he looked for a city which hath foundations, whose builder and maker is God. Proof number 5, only one way. Let me point out that there was only one door on the ark, one door to salvation from judgment. We also have one door that leads to salvation, and we find that in John 14:6. Jesus saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes unto the Father but by me. Just the same way that the ark saved the righteous, so Jesus saves us. Jesus is our ark, so God's word is pointing us to the salvation of the cross from the catastrophe or from the flood. Remember in Genesis 6:9, these are the generations of Noah, and Noah was a just man and perfect in his generation, and Noah walked with God. Let me remind you, Noah was saved by his righteousness. Today we are saved by Jesus' righteousness. Romans 3:10 states, As it is written, there is none righteous, no not one. That means that we can't save ourselves. When we come to salvation, it's not of anything that we do. It's because of what Jesus did on that cross. And when we accept his gift of salvation, we're being restored back to God. Remember, Adam and Eve lost that relationship. So it's only through Jesus that we can come back to him. Matthew 24:37 through 39 state, As it was in the days of Noah, so it will be at the coming of the Son of Man. For in the days before the flood, people were eating and drinking, marrying and given into marriage, up until the day Noah entered the ark. And they knew nothing about what would happen until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. The antediluvian or the pre-flood world, they were going about their daily lives as usual. They weren't looking for God, and only 8 survived. We read through Matthew 24:37 through 39, and we see that it's going to be the same way when Jesus comes back. How many are looking for God today? This is the terrifying thought. If Jesus was to come back now, how many people would miss the boat? Let me put it into perspective for you. There's been studies done on the antediluvian population. With growth rates and their long lifespans, a conservative estimate is 4 billion people. And out of that 4 billion people, only 8 are righteous. That means there's only 8 saved from judgment and aboard the ark. Today's current population is 7.5 billion people. That means that we're almost double what the antediluvian population was back then. Okay, so now here's our visual. If 8 people were saved out of 4 billion, that's like saying 15 would be on the ark today if the floodwaters came. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine our world with just 15 righteous people? That's how wicked the antediluvian world was. You know, when putting together this study and working out that number, I have to say I was shocked. That number has stuck with me ever since. I can't imagine just 15 people from my family being saved, much less the whole world. Now let me tell you, I'm thankful that we live on the other side of the cross, where we have preachers and we have those people of righteousness that are in our world today. Let me leave you with this last thought. There's only one way. There was one door on the ark. People were going about their daily lives, ignoring the ark. They knew it was there, but they didn't make the choice to get on. We are in the same boat today. How many people know that Jesus is there, but they never accept him? We have to make a conscious decision to accept Jesus and what he did on that cross. Remember, he's the only way.